Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? Pretty good here. We're just gonna go in the building. Got the heater on today. And today was supposed to be the fire up the Princess Auto Power Fist engine here. But we got a problem with it. And enough of a problem, I think, that it's not gonna run. Let me grab the light here. So what I did was I came in and I thought, oh, I'm gonna give her a little pull here, make sure everything was pulling right, and all of a sudden it like hydrolocked. I'm like, huh? I know I sprayed some stuff in there, you know, reassembling it, but it's, I don't know if you can see, but now this is the engine that we took the oil control ring right out of, and that's it here, you know, the two little rings. Let's get something somewhat cleaner here. The two little rings here, those guys, and then the little, that guy, you know, the oil control ring, right? We took it right out. What our experiment was to be to see how much it started to smoke when we started it up. But I gave it a pull and it's like, oh, what the heck? It's actually started to pump oil through, like pumping oil. So not good. I don't know whether you can see down the hole or not. There, you can see the oil shiny. Can't really get the light in the right spot. Not good anyhow. So I mean, I took the plug out, of course, and looked inside. I'm like, oh boy, that's not good. But it's spewing out oil like everywhere now. So we're gonna show you this anyways. We're not going to probably be able to start it like that, unfortunately. So what to do with it, I don't know. Have to put that control rings back in, I guess, the oil control rings on the piston. But anyways, let's give her a couple of pulls here, and I still want to try out the, you know, straight pipe, but I guess we'll have to reassemble the oil control ring back in it. I didn't think it would be that bad pumping oil like that. I knew it would be, you know, smoking a bit, we'll say, but that's not even going to start like that. So you can see it's all dripped down inside there. But anyways, we'll pull over a couple of times here. We'll see how much oil starts pouring out here. And boy, oh boy, what a mess. Okay, let me grab another couple of towels. And unfortunately, the recoil is not in a good spot. That should just drain right down there. I just don't want it kind of puking right out at me. Or hitting the camera. Let's put this in here. And I'm going to turn it here a bit so I can get the recoil better in spot. Well, that sounds like it's going to sound good though, doesn't it? Okay, a few pulls there, and you know what? Maybe we're actually not too bad. Let's see here. It might start. Oh no, it's just loaded with oil in there. It's like, I can see it whoosh up, like that'll never start. Let's just see here. Get you off this tripod here again. I don't think, yeah, this isn't gonna work. I wanted to kind of show you. You can see the, if I can get zoomed in here, right? Just can't get there. You can kind of see the layer of oil in there. Yeah. It's not going to be good anyways. We'll say, oh boy. I'll give her a couple more tugs on the rope here. That all fell down here. Yeah, I don't think Oh yeah, it's just all over the place. I'm sure it's gone out this exhaust here too, and yeah. Let's just see here what's... I'll have to let you know because I can't hold the camera and... Oh yeah, it's just whoosh up against the head. Okay, well that's not going to be any good like that. So we'll have to do that another day. We'll just put this spark plug in back in here for now, I think. That seems kind of stiff going in there. So I'm going to have to chalk it up and say that an engine will absolutely not run without the oil control rings. Boy, you wouldn't think it would be... You wouldn't think the oil control rings, for what they are, would do that much. You know, we got 2 compression rings in there still too, and you think that would be enough to kind of hold the oil back, but apparently not. So if you got an engine that's just smoking a bit, that the rings are bad, then you know it's still actually working pretty good if you just got a little bit of smoke. Well, that's no good for that thing, is it? Oh man. Okay, I've got that plug back in. Let's just see how much I can pull it here. If she hydrolocks right on us, it probably will. Oh yeah. She won't go past. I can just tell how mushy and mucky it is inside there. Oh man. Anyways, we'll have to put those back in one of these days. I'll probably just go ahead and do it. You guys have seen this come apart and stuff. I'd have to take the head off again to get the piston out, take the side cover off, drain this oil out. Should actually do that before I go today. Get the rest of the oil draining out maybe. But boy, did that ever pull a bunch of oil out already. Well, that's too bad. I wanted to try running it without oil rings in it, but I guess that's not going to happen. I don't think I got... No, there's not too much oil in it, but... Boy, just from pulling it, that must show you right there that when that piston's coming down, it's pushing enough pressure down onto that oil that it's pushing oil all over the place. So, because that didn't even hardly pull over, right? And it's all of a sudden got oil coming probably up by the valves and everything, and it's just filling everywhere, and I don't know, right up past, I guess. So wow, that's amazing. Wish I had a little camera inside there, but anyways, not a big deal. So I'm gonna get this Lauson out here, and we're gonna see if it'll start maybe today. Like I say, I don't know anything about it, but we'll check it out here. All right, the old Lauson 4-cycle. I think we checked oil before in this, but I don't know what's in it. Oh yeah, it's filled up to the threads there, so should be enough. Now this is kind of cold, this engine right now. I might just let it sit in the warm here for a bit, just so it helps me to start it, because I honestly don't know anything about this engine. I would imagine it's got, must be choked there. Not 100% sure, so maybe we should just pull off this cover and have a look. Screwdriver. I Should probably check it to see if it's got spark too. And how do you shut it off? It's like a weird little throttle there or something. I'm not going to run it long, just, you know, want to fire it up. And this is probably all, I don't know what's bolted onto. I just want to make sure that that's a choke lever, which I'm 100% sure it is because it's on like a spring. So let's just pop this thing off here. And I believe this is supposed to be a little oil bath filter, but we're not running in dusty at all here, so I'm not too concerned with that. So yeah, a little choke there. I might actually just leave this guy off for a bit while we're starting it here. Shouldn't harm anything. But yeah, it's kind of cold right now. It's been sitting out here in the cold, so I'm going to probably let it sit in the warm, but maybe we'll put a little bit of gas in it here. Presuming that he's cleaned it all out, the carburetor. I don't know. I'm sure he's, I know he ran it, but I don't know whether he cleaned all the, you know, the carburetor out of it. So maybe before we do that, let's give it a spark test here. And I've got a spark tester. Oh, I think right now it might be actually in the container in the toolbox of that 800, so I might not have it at my disposal right now because I can't get in there. So I guess we'll just do her the old-fashioned way. And we'll just take this off. But I'm not really too sure how we're going to turn this off when we're needing to. If I can get that to sit here all right. Oh, you stinker. You've got a memory and you don't want to go back. Okay, let's see here. Well, I think I've seen a little spark there, although it moved on me the last bloody second. Oh man, this just does not want to stay in an area for me. Okay, we gotta wrap this around again. Got a good long cord here, so that's good. Oh, good spark. Well, that's good. Good spark. Good spark. Okay, well that answers that question. While we're here too, I'm just going to have a look. Ooh, she's pretty sooty down there, we'll say. She's pretty sooty. Alright. Pretty happy with the spark out of that. It was a nice, fairly blue spark. So this guy, I guess maybe it would probably just put the idle down or something. I don't know which way is which, but it'll kind of probably on its own. But all right, I'm going to put a little bit of gas in it here and see if we develop any kind of leaks. An awful lot of mechanism here for carburetor and everything to leak on us, so hopefully not. I'm just going to put a little bit of gas in. I'm not going to go crazy, I don't think. Okay. I think this nozzle leaks on me too. These stupid twist bendy things they put on them, they seem to leak. Alright, that ought to be enough for that. Let's put that cap on there for now. Alright. This cap back on. I don't think that's quite the right one. Sort of works. And we've got to turn it on here, I believe. That'll be the first place it leaks, is right there at this little tap. And we'll let her sit a minute. And we should eventually get fuel if we open this guy up here. Which it should start coming out of there. Boy, that's awful stiff though. Ooh, that's really stiff. That's hard on the fingies. I'd like to see it coming out there, honestly. Oh, that's getting stiffer. Okay, well. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just crack this guy open here. Let's see why that's so stiff too, maybe. Could be just cold. Ooh, I don't like that look already. Look at the powdery junk that's come off of that. That I'm not liking a whole lot. Okay, not liking that a whole lot. This valve is still open over here. And yep, it's leaking at that little valve here. A little, they always seem to leak. And these little valves, I don't know why. It's got, not bad now that I open it right up now. Okay, oh, look at that. We've got fuel dripping out finally. Maybe it'll be alright. I'd like to see it streaming a little more than that though. If we can. So it's filled up this little guy, I guess, and then it's going over and it's leaking down now, but I'd like to see it running a little more than that. It's kind of sort of cloudy looking too. Oh, there she goes, maybe. Just gotta re-bleed all that stuff out, I guess. I'm hitting it with the rubber thing here too, so shouldn't hurt it. Well, I'd like to see it streaming a little better. But at least we know it's there now, so I'm gonna shut it off over here. Thing starts leaking. Okay, so that should slow down there. And this guy, I'm going to give him a little spray, I think. And that gas will probably rinse that right off again, but Okay. We might have to go through this carb, I don't know. Let's open her up here again and see if it does any extra leaking. If it, you know, gets past certain spot and starts leaking more. Get rid of these gassy towels too outside. I'm wondering if we're gonna have to go through that carburetor. He might have just ran it and then left it. I don't know. Guess we'll find out once it fires up here if it goes. And if I look down, yeah, so that's wide open there, and that's should be idle there. Okay. Wide open and then idle. Hopefully. Well, it's not dripping, so that's good. But yeah, it's still pretty darn cold. I'm gonna let this heat stay on in here for a little while. Then I'll come back and we'll see she'll fire on up. We'll see you in a second. Well, left this thing out here all afternoon just to warm up in here, and I see that it's leaking a little bit. Well, that's not too good. I don't really know if I want to fire that up inside here. I see it's leaked all on the counter here too. Well, not a whole bunch, but some, yeah. But where? Of course, it's wet down here. I kind of think maybe that the needle and seat isn't too great. I actually don't have a fire extinguisher out here. I got lots of coolant out there, but I don't know, maybe if we soften her up a little bit. Well, yeah, it's all wet in here and stuff. That's kind of weird. Might not need any choke, but let's see what happens here. Well, I shouldn't have choked it, I guess. That just fired right up. Huh. Well, who'd have thunk? What am I doing here? And we gotta go this way. Wow, that just fired right up. Can't believe that. Try her again here. Oh, now it's not gonna fire right up. Jeez. He was right, it is a good little runner. Now I mushed it up. I can't even put a gun on it to crank it over because it's just got like 3 little bolts that hold it on. Now it doesn't want to start. Oh, we're getting some fuel out now though. Probably flooded her with the yeah, this extra fuel I don't think is a really good thing. Boy, the invention of the recoil, eh? We still have fuel in it, or did it drip it all out and just evaporate it away? Oh yeah, there's still some in there. Okay. I mean, that carburetor potentially might need going through too. I don't know. It's gonna go on one of these times. Now, what this thing was used for, I really don't know. With that little gear reduction on it, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, geez. Don't touch that! Oh, man, that gives you a lifter. She's got some spark, we'll say. I'm trying to reach here and grab the throttle, and that stupid thing's right there. I should put something over it. Well. Sounds like it's got some dirt in the carburetor. What to adjust on this carburetor. It's kind of different. I mean, there's a needle here, but I don't know what it does. Apparently it doesn't do anything. Yeah, this jet in here is bunged up, I think. But when we open it right up, it runs better. So that carburetor probably needs to come apart and get ultrasonicked. Maybe we'll do that in another video. But hey, it ran. This is leaking a bit out of this spark plug a little bit. Did I not tighten it up enough? She ran anyway, so that's pretty good. It did pretty good, really. See if it'll start here again, but I think we need to go through that carburetor on this thing. We'll do that another day. Seems to idle not bad, but it just won't take any throttle. Like, yeah, something's bunged up. I kind of figured that was going to happen, but ooh, we better open the door here. You're going to probably hear my thing beeping here in a second for my carbon monoxide. That furnace is running now, though. Okay, well, maybe I'll just open the door anyways. We're almost done anyways. But it does run. We just need to go through the carburetor, I think. Give her one more shot here. Actually, I wouldn't mind kind of running the fuel out of the carburetor too, so we'll try to keep it running long enough just to run her dry again. It's definitely getting too much fuel. See it pouring out the back here. might have just cleaned itself out, but I think we'll have to pull her apart, I think, get that carburetor cleared out. But there you go, the old little Lauson. She does run. Does run. A little warm there too, that's good. I guess it blows, yeah, there's a little shroud here that blows at her. I didn't really feel that though, but hey, that works pretty good. A little, I don't know if that's what gear ratio that thing would be, but 2 to 1 maybe, or I don't know. I'm gonna shut the furnace off here. We don't need to have it on all night, but yeah, my little carbon monoxide's up to 147. I think at around 200 it starts beeping at you. Tell you, you know, something's wrong here. Let's get out of here. But so maybe we'll another day we'll take this carburetor apart here and see if it's gummed up or something. Got to really be careful because there's gaskets in here, and I don't know if I'll be able to ever find them again. A little float bowl. There's a little gasket between those two there. So, but hey, it ran. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, we're down to 129 on the thing now. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. This little carbon monoxide detector here that tells you, yeah, she's dropping 114, 106, so we're getting some, right. But 101. But I'll tell you, it starts beeping. Man, it starts beeping. Holy, 93. Anyways, I guess that's it for today on that. We'll have to do some work on this a little later maybe and see if it'll take that carburetor apart. I'm not sure why he's got a screw in there. Maybe he had a throttle attached to that or something at one time. This little screw here didn't really seem to do anything. I pulled it right out and it actually seemed to run better. So I'm thinking there's stuff bunged up inside of that thing. But anyways, hopefully she'll sit here and not drip too much. I guess what I should maybe do is I'll put it up on these blocks here maybe. And that'll keep the fuel down and it won't drip out that little valve. No, we're going to go up a little higher again. Alright, that ought to be mostly good. Probably should get a new little valve for it, but I'm honestly not going to run this thing for anything. I don't know what horsepower this thing is. It might be a half horse, maybe. I don't know. It's got little valves in there somewhere, I guess. Be interesting to pull the head off this too, just to have a look. But anyways. Alright, there we go. She ran. Not too bad, but it needs a carburetor cleaned out. Well, that's a little Lauson. Like I say, I don't really know much about it, but or even really, it might be a half a horse, maybe. Really hard to say, but anyways, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. It'd actually be neat to kind of take this, well, it's got a pretty good sticker on it there. It's going to say we need to redo it, but it's really not in that bad a shape for paint. Yeah, but anyways, there we go. Thanks again. Catch you all later, and you guys have a good day.